So of course, I obviously pulled my weapon out immediately because I'm just like, what the world?
Man, you got a lot of stuff going on.
Every day I ran it almost just like Marine Corps boot camp. Had to get up at a certain time of the day.
They live here.
I had kids who didn't even know how to put on a belt.
What do you think are the most important attributes to becoming a man?
I held them at gunpoint, called the police.
All right, let's talk about the Life Preparatory School for Boys that started in 2022.
Sure.
This is a totally separate thing?
Yeah.
What is this?
This is the school that I opened outside of our after school program. We originally opened in 2022. We were completely boarding, completely free. We fed them every day, obviously. It was very, very particular what we did with our students at that time. Every day I ran it almost just like Marine Corps boot camp. Had to get up at a certain time of the day. You had to make sure
They live here.
yeah, they lived there. We had to make sure they brushing their teeth. They had to make sure they iron their clothes. I had kids who didn't even know how to put on a belt. We had to teach them how to put on a belt. We had to teach them how to brush their hair, etc. Like teach them how to bathe. I had to show them, like, teach them, like, this is what you do when you get in the shower. Like,
What age group is this?
this was all sixth graders. They were all age 11 at that time. They were all age 11. And so it was a beautiful thing when we first started. I miscalculated how much funding we were going to need to keep that operation going. I did my best to fundraise, and we kept it open. Even with us being in the red, I kept it open. But then the summer, after our school opened, we had a summer camp going with more kids, and we came to the building to play basketball. We had a big school building we purchased. We came to play basketball. I remember I opened the door, and I looked in, and it was stuff everywhere. And I'm like, what in the world? Somebody broke into school? Because we hadn't been there. It was the summertime. So we hadn't been in there. It was stuff everywhere. I come in there, it was doors ripped off the hinges. It was, our uniforms were ripped up. Our school shield on the wall was ripped up. It was sinks torn out the walls. Like, doors were like beaten, ripped in half. I mean, they had, like, took a couple of things, but all the glass in the building was destroyed. Like, they pulled all the wires out of the power box. Like, so it was no power in there. I mean, the destruction I was floored. So of course, I obviously pulled my weapon out immediately because I'm just like, what the world? Like, this is crazy. So I pulled my weapon out, and I had my videographer was recording. Like, it was insane. Pulled my weapon out, and we caught two people in there at the time. And I held them at gunpoint, called the police. They got there extremely fast. They took them to jail, and they were just trying to figure out, like, what was the reasoning behind this, like, why. And at the time, we couldn't get insurance on the building because the building was old. And we didn't have the funding to get certain things fixed that they wanted fixed before they insured us. So we looking at $1 million, $2 million worth of damage on top of the stuff that we already had to fix, in general, that we were working on by project. And so right now the building's boarded up. We ended up having to turn the after school building into school. But we eventually closed. We shut down the school portion last year. We shut it down last year because we just weren't able to keep it up as far as funding. But this last year, as I was, having an after school program, after Elon shared our video, we did have a donor reach out to us and basically just ask what all did we need to take care of for our after school program in the school. And so I just told them everything. I was just like, this is what all, we would need to really thrive. I said, we need vans to go pick the kids up. I said, I never had vans, so we never been able to go offer pickups for kids because that was a big problem we had. The kids weren't able to be picked up. I don't have any staff. I said, every time I have to go somewhere, the program has to shut down. Like, everything has to close. We can't do nothing. Everything's closed until I get back. Like, I don't have any staff. I don't have any, back of the house staff at all, anything. So they were just like, look, so they called me back and was like, look, we're going to give you this small amount of funding, small to them, a small amount of funding to take care of everything for the entire year of 2025. So we just hired a operations manager to operate the program while I'm not there, and 3 new staff members. They told us to get 25 kids. They've already signed up. They bought us 2 vans and make sure they were completely fixed, and they renovated the inside of our after school building to make it more school friendly. And they're currently being renovated right now while we're sitting here, actually. So they basically told us, look, you deliver on this year. If you deliver this year, this will determine whether I'll continue funding y'all more in the coming years. But show me what you could do this year. Give me the data. Show me what you're doing with these children. Don't just talk about it. Show me numbers. Show me what you could do. And then this will determine whether we're able to continue funding the program and reopening the school and rebuilding the whole school, in the coming years. So,
Wow.
yeah. So, social media.
25 kids you have?
Yep. We just signed up 25 kids. They start in March.
And they live there?
No, this is for after school.
Oh, this is the after school one.
It's after school program. Yep.
Man, you got a lot of stuff going on.
Yes, a lot of stuff. I just started head coaching my son's t-ball team now, so that's gonna be fun this year.
What's your daily routine? I mean,
Sure, I love to go into that. I wake up, my eyes open about 5, but I don't get out of bed, which I should though. But I get up, my trainer gets to the house, he comes to train me. It's a 19-year-old kid. Well, he just turned 20 actually, but he's a bodybuilder. He trains me every morning at 6:30. I get up, wake my sons up, they go put their clothes on. Baby King goes in there, does a little baseball. I live till about 8 o'clock, go take a shower, take them to their teacher at about 9 o'clock. They're in school from 9 to 3. During the day, depends on which commission I'm on. I may have to go to a historic preservation commission meeting, may have a county commission meeting, may have a city commission meeting. Depends on what's happening. May have a task force meeting. I'm on the YMCA board of directors. May have a meeting. Those meetings are in the afternoon. But anyway, I go to whatever meeting I have to go to. I go check our PO box. I go deposit checks that donors may send. I send over the addresses to those donors to my assistant so she could send thank you letters to those donors. After that, I may go get me some food. And right now, I've been going to check on the building right now every day as they're working on it. I pick my sons up at about 3 o'clock. We go do some training, whatever it is that we're doing, whether it be gymnastics, boxing, or baseball. We go do some training with them for maybe an hour or two. I get home. Make sure they got some food. Remember, I told you I support everybody around me. There's this new guy in our hometown who's been cooking, and he cooks really well. So I've been having him come cook for us sometime during the day when I don't have time to get food. I have him come cook for me and my sons just to support his business, and it also gets him content too, so he can share for people to continue supporting him. So he'll come cook for me during the week. And after that, I'll get the kids in the tub maybe about 7 o'clock. The reason I do that is because we were big WWE fans. So we watch wrestling on Mondays and Fridays. So if it's a Monday or a Friday, they get them in the tub about 7. Wrestling starts at 8 o'clock, and we'll watch wrestling until it's time to go to sleep. And they got their own rooms, and they go to bed. And repeat. It's just depending on what I got to do for the next day. And then I'll, go over my calendar or whatever just to see what I got to do. So some days are busy, some days are not. But yeah, for this past couple of days, I've been extra busy. So, yeah, that's kind of what a daily schedule looks like. And then right now I'm about to coach the T-ball team. So that's about to turn into getting practices together for them. And on weekends, we do a lot of practice with my sons. I take weekends to dedicate to my children. So we'll go to the baseball field and we'll get it in. We're just out there just getting it in, doing IQ, learning about the basics, what to do, your different assignments, etc. Boxing.
Wow.
They enjoy it.
Is your middle son boxing too?
He just started. Yep, just started. He's about to turn 4, but he was already practicing, watching his brother. So when he was practicing, the coach was just like, "Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and get started with him because he's already watching the punch numbers, and he would go practice on the little mannequin thing. So he would just be over there just doing his own little thing over there." And so he just started with him too. I'm going to get them in jiu-jitsu soon. Only things my kids don't have a choice in is doing self-defense. And any self-defense, they don't have a choice. Every other thing they have a choice with. Sports, whatever, they can choose. But with self-defense, they have no choice. You will box, you will do jiu-jitsu. Yep.
I think earlier you had mentioned you traveled to Nigeria
Yes.
not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
What prompted that?
No matter where you're watching Sean Ryan Show from, if you get anything out of this, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share this everywhere you possibly can. And if you're feeling extra generous, please leave us a review on Apple and Spotify podcasts.